my favorite time of year. I love Christmas more than anything, and Netflix has been delivering on the lost art of cheesy, made-for-TV Christmas movies.
Chris has been forcing me to watch these Yuletide dumpster fires, and most recently the Christmas Chronicles. And while we might not agree that all of these movies are good,
They almost never are. I love them.
we can agree on this certainty. Kurt Russell is not our Santa Claus.
Although his new holiday flick was streamed a record 20 million times its first week out, there's something sketchy about this Babbo Natale.
Yeah, between his physique, blatant disregard for children's well-being, and crotchety attitude, Christmas Chronicles gives a Saint Nick who is kinda naughty. I'm Whitney Van Lanningham.
And I'm Chris Carr.
And on this very special episode of Ruined, we're gonna tell you why the Christmas Chronicles is the worst.
Let's do a quick recap. The Christmas Chronicles is sort of a mix of Bad Santa meets the Santa Claus with a Hallmark gloss and dash of Gremlins. It's tropey as all get out. Overworked mom? Check. Kid who is probably too old to believe in Santa yet still intensely believes? Check. Horrible teenager rebelling against his family? Check. Santa having to be assisted by children to save Christmas? A dead parent? Checkity check! Honestly though, look at how happy and perfect that family is. That didn't deserve to die. Where the movie skews from your traditional Christmas fare is that we're given a sarcastic, svelte, Elvis crooning Santa baby. When siblings Kate and Teddy catch Santa doing his thing on Christmas Eve, they decide to get up close and personal and get some high-quality Santa footage of the work he's doing. They spook Santa, who ends up crashing his sleigh, losing his magic-inducing hat, and old SC starts dishing out the sass before accepting the help of the kids to set Christmas back on track.
Why? Because I'm not a big fat slob?
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought Kurt Russell was gonna kill and eat those children and throw their bones in a cave on Ego. Although, if Ego could bring Nebula and Gamora together as sisters again, there's no reason why he can't repair Kate and Teddy's strained relationship.
Just because Kurt Russell was in Guardians 2 doesn't mean he's automatically Star-Lord's celestial deadbeat dad, Whit.
Then why did they land on Lakeshore Drive in Chicago then, That's the song from Awesome Mix Volume 2.
Oh God, Santa really is Ego. Well, this Christmas story especially breaks the mold by having one of the main protagonists be a 15-year-old car thief. Sorry, but how does he know how to hotwire a car? Is he hanging out with other 10th graders or goddamn Bonnie and Clyde? Now, this Santa is not a fan of how he's commercially portrayed with a big belly that shakes when he laughs like a bowl full of jelly. Those billboards and Coke cans do not do our dude justice.
Yeah, well, billboards add 80 pounds, Freddie.
Russell's Santa is trim and, dare we say, kind of sexy. And that's just not me saying it. Cinema Blend posted an article about Santa's sexiest moments in the flick, and Film School Rejects calls Kurt Russell simply hot Santa. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't want to be attracted to Santa. He's supposed to make me feel safe. I don't want to think of him stuffing my stocking. And how can't you with all that hip gyrating and jailhouse crooning, Santa?
You gonna see me coming?
I want a tubby Santa. I want to be worried about his A1C. I don't want this Regina George, I can eat anything I want to garbage.
Guess it's understandable. I mean, who can eat millions of cookies in one night and not get fat, right? Well, I can.
Ugh, Santa, why are you making me so self-conscious about my cookie habit?
Looks aside, what I'm much more disturbed by is how Santa's real chill with child endangerment. Kate literally falls out of his sleigh, and he doesn't even notice until Teddy starts screaming and she's free-falling at 10,000 feet. Before he realizes he can't use his magic powers, Santa straight up tries to apparate out of Chicago, leaving Kate and Teddy thousands of miles from their home. Let me say that again. A 10-year-old and a 15-year-old alone in Chicago. What could possibly go wrong? When SC begrudgingly accepts that the kids are gonna tag along, things only get worse from there. Santa's first stop with these minors is an Irish pub. Even the kids are like, this seems like a very inappropriate choice, Mr. Claus.
I don't think I'm supposed to be in here.
Just stay next to me, but I'll do the talking.
Yeah, Kate, stick with the bearded stranger who's taking you to a bar. Next, Santa does his thing, calling strangers by their name and saying what they want for Christmas, like this hostess who is way too nice.
You know what? Here, take my tips.
I'm sorry. If some rando was like, hey Whitney, I really like that homemade gift you're making for your mom that no one could possibly know about unless they know when you're sleeping and know when you're awake, I'd spray him with bear mace and call Detective Olivia Benson from the Special Victims Unit. Speaking of cops, let's discuss how Santa almost gets himself and the two children beaten to death with a baseball bat by a car thief. Instead of getting the hell out of Dodge, Santa decides to commit a little crime called Grand Theft Auto with the kids. Teddy, who already loves jacking cars, you know, that thing you do for fun when your dad dies, convinces Santa that stealing a stolen car isn't stealing.
Don't you break into like 1 billion homes every year? I mean, technically that's illegal too.
Fair point.
What? Who taught you the law, Teddy? Your wannabe gangbanger friends? Santa and the kids jump into the baseball bat bartender's stolen car and speed off. Oh, cool. He's letting a 15-year-old speed through the streets like he's an extra on the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Honestly, I'm just kind of waiting for Santa to hand Teddy a cigarette.
And a switchblade.
That'll put hair on your chest.
The police come, so Santa decides the team should divide and conquer. He sends Kate, again, a 10-year-old child, off on her own to find his reindeer that are wandering around downtown Chicago.
What? No, we can't just leave my sister all alone out here.
Teddy, I can handle it.
But
She said she can handle it, Teddy.
I watch a lot of murder shows, guys. This does not seem like the right move. John Wayne Gacy was from Chicago. She could get handcuffed and strangled in the mean streets. Your dead dad can't save you from a street gang, Kate. So while this 4th grader is off looking for Santa's lost pets in a city with a 61% homicide rate, Teddy and Santa deal with the 5-0. Obviously, the police aren't buying this whole Santa shtick, and they really aren't happy with Santa's Vin Diesel impersonation. Before he's carted off to the pokey, he tells Kate and Teddy that they should ride his reindeer to the toy sack and then climb inside.
Okay, I was really confused by this. Is the bag a portal, or does the whole North Pole live in this hammer space bag? Either way, when Kate climbs on in, we learn that the Santa imposter doesn't even have regular house elves. That's what you get if Hulk Hogan had a baby with a house elf. If the character design itself didn't weird you out, the CGI definitely will. This makes those live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks movies look like the goddamn Lord of the Rings. I know. Filmmakers have every right to reinterpret lore and toss tradition aside. But dude, in what world are those mutant mogwai with handlebar mustaches elves? If we were going to stick with this whole sexy thing, just do what they did to Deep Roy and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to Orlando Bloom as Legolas. Oh, side quest, man, I really want to watch Lord of the Rings. I know it's off topic.
I really want a horde of sexy elves.
Right?
Back at the police station, Santa's having the exact same conversation with the police officer there that Tim Allen had with the detective in the Santa Claus. We get it, your real name is St. Nicholas. But hey man, it's just not a Christmas movie if Santa doesn't get arrested.
Meanwhile, inside the portal toy bag, Kate is mucking around in an elvish black hole, and a street gang has decided to rob Teddy and try to kill him. Christmas is awesome.
Then, Kate starts screwing around with Santa's mail, but you know what? What's one more federal crime gonna hurt? The elves viciously tie Kate up like a villain in a Bond movie, and Kate has to beg them to spare her life and help Santa save Christmas.
And now for our favorite part.
Speak for yourself.
Sarcasm, dude.
Oh, thank God. I do not want this song to become your new Greatest Showman soundtrack.
All right, Santa doles out musical instruments, dope outfits, and holiday cheer to the inmates. And before you know it, they have a ragtag blues band. All of those criminals are going to pawn those instruments for crack cocaine when they get sprung from the joint, and that is a scientific fact.
Whoa there, Paul Schaefer. There's no need to shred on the piano and a pair of sunglasses.
Can we fast forward this part? It's making me think of Santa being sexy again, and my lady parts are really confused.
Oh man, that musical number was so ridiculous I almost forgot that Teddy is about to die in a trap house. Thankfully, the elves save him by violently assaulting his kidnappers, but not before they mistake him as the bad guy, and one of the elves tries to castrate him with a tiny, rusty chainsaw.
Santa springs himself free from the county lockup and realizes that they only have 45 minutes to save Christmas. Kids offer to help, and away they fly. Once again, Santa puts all 3 of their lives in immense danger as he forces Teddy against his will to drive the sleigh on a train track towards a speeding train.
Teddy literally spends the next 25 minutes of the movie screaming the reindeers' names. I think they get it, bud. You don't have to do it every single time.
Miraculously, Santa gets the kids back home safely after an evening of running from the law, crashing into things, and stealing cars.
Santa gives Teddy a magic ornament that lets him see his dad, and Santa goes home to his IRL wife, Goldie Hawn.
Where were you, Kate Hudson? Your cool new dad is there, your brother's there, your mom's there. Is your job at Fabletics really that crazy?
Next time we watch this movie, let's play a drinking game where we take a shot every time the kids almost die.
Ooh, I'm so down. That actually sounds amazing. Of course, this is just our opinion. Where do you weigh in on Santa and the Christmas Chronicles?
Do you like that Santa's a little naughty and a little bit bad?
Or is he just not your Santa? Let us know in the comments. Hit that bell to get notified of when we upload new videos. And if you want more, click to the left of our faces.
Or you can stream us on Roku and Plex. Obviously, the police aren't buying this whole Santa shtick.